Venom, the antithesis to Spider-Man. Where Peter is control and compassion, Venom is chaos and destruction, a brute force born from vengeance. In Don't Be Scared, Marvel Spider-Man 2 drops us into his perspective, twisted, primal, and unstoppable. Today, I'm remaking the music behind the mission to embody that relentless destruction. This time, we're taking Venom to 11 in how Marvel Spider-Man 2 should have sounded. This time around, we're going to be looking at the mission Don't Be Scared, in which Venom makes his grand debut, and with him comes destruction. After his separation from the symbiote, Peter goes to Oscorp to destroy it. As he arrives, he is met by Harry, who, barely holding on, is anxious to get the symbiote back. Peter tells Harry, much to his dismay, that the symbiote needs to be destroyed. He then tries to explain further, however, Harry isn't trying to hear it. Harry, feeling betrayed by Peter, lashes out. In doing so, he unintentionally cracks the canister that the symbiote is trapped in. The symbiote takes the opportunity and breaks out, attacking Peter, and then bonds with Harry. Both Harry and the symbiote's feelings of anger and betrayal combine to create the monster that we all know as Venom. Norman Osborn walks in and finds the symbiote taking over his son. Peter comes to his senses and moves Norman out of the way to confront Venom. Venom grabs Peter and with one toss, knocks him out. Oscorp security rushes into the lab and tries to restrain Venom, leading to an inevitable slaughter fest. Venom rampages through the many floors and rooms of Oscorp until he's able to finally break out and into the city. This is where we end our remake. The opening cutscene to the mission has an atmospheric sound. It also features some motifs that have been established for both Spider-Man and the symbiote. Now, motifs are essentially short musical ideas, which are often used to create distinct sounds for characters, events, or even environments. The music also works to create an ominous tone, foreshadowing the events to come. Once Oscorp security arrives, the music shifts to set the stage for the upcoming action. The music is fast-paced and frantic throughout the Oscorp section of the mission. The strings cycle through a few different ostinatos, or repeating patterns, to keep the experience fresh. And a nice blend of brass and electronic instruments help create an intense and gritty tone for the action. This game uses an adaptive music approach, which adjusts the characteristics of the music based on the gameplay. Most notably, during certain short cutscenes, the music shifts, either to the theme for Venom and the symbiote, or some new variation of the composition. The motif for this mission appears throughout the mission in a few different forms, bringing a cohesiveness to the mission overall. Now, at first I thought this music was okay, but after listening to it more closely, I started to really appreciate it, and I can say that I really enjoy it. But here's how I would have done it. To open the remake, I wanted to create an impact right at the outset. So I used some of the orchestra as well as electronic elements to create an intense, weighty opening. The purpose of all this is to capture some of the defining traits of Venom: terror, destruction, power, alien, and turn them into sound. Listen closely and you might catch some of the techniques I used for Black Suit Spider-Man in my remake of the Lizard boss fight. If you haven't seen that video, check out the card at the top of the screen. Once we start fighting, I use an ostinato, which is a repeating musical pattern on the orchestral strings to drive the music forward. This section is filled with big orchestral drums and electronic drums to create a distinct sound. Throughout the remake, I use electronic instruments to craft a unique sound that characterizes Venom. In this section, you'll hear a bass sound that rises and drops with a lot of harsh texture mixed in it to capture the alien and mysterious nature of the symbiote. We continue with this section of the remake until Venom slides down the elevator shaft to the multi-floored room. From here, as Venom climbs to the control station at the top of this large room, I switch back and forth between a primary musical arrangement and what I'll call a breakdown arrangement. This part of the remake slows down a bit as Venom works his way to the top of the room. I bring in more choir, brass, and electronic elements to create a different texture in the sound from the first phase. Once Venom takes out the guard in the control station, the music takes a pause. As one of Kraven's helicopters appears, we move into the final phase of the remake. Venom begins charging towards this helicopter, which speeds up the action a bit further than where we were previously. In contrast, I use a halftime drum beat, which creates a contrasting effect between the visual and the auditory parts of the scene, something I'll call contradictory audio visuals. I also pair this with a key change to switch up the tone of the section. Once Venom attacks the helicopter and jumps down to the city streets, we finish up with a dose of short, impactful hits of music, also called a stinger. Now, I was gonna leave it there. The remake was gonna start when Venom flipped over the first table. Then, I looked at the cutscene where Peter and Harry meet before the mission begins. And I couldn't leave that part out. Y'all know I'ma take care of you. So, I went back to write some music for the cutscene that flows into the mission. This probably was unintentionally the best move I could have made because I was able to use a bit of the remake as almost a motif for Venom. Let me know if you hear which idea appears more than once. I play some of the various choir, orchestral, and electronic elements throughout the cutscene to create just the right amount of tension and release. And with that, we're done with the remake. Now, let's sit back and relax and take a look at the remake for Venom's mission, Don't Be Scared, in Marvel Spider-Man 2.
You finally got it off. My hero.
Harry, we've got to destroy it. It's too dangerous. I don't want you to lose yourself like I did.
Pete, please.
You don't understand. Connor said it was...
I saved your life! You won't save mine? Do you want me to die?
Harry, are you... Oh, God.
down the whole building!
Now, how do you think Venom's debut should have sounded? Did you like the over-the-top nature of the remake, or would you have gone the opposite direction with something minimalistic? Tell me in the comments. As always, it's a great help if you like the video and subscribe so that you can know when more content comes out. Few characters give the boss vibe like Venom, but if you want some more boss action, check out the previous video on Marvel Spider-Man 2 to see how the lizard boss fight would sound with a grittier, rock-blended aesthetic. Appreciate you being here. Until the next one, I'll see you when I see you.